What kind of ending? Stories move forward by using showing language and telling language in just the right places. A story comes together at the ending. There are certain standard kinds of endings that this video will tell you about. Accessibility.
Oh, hi! Lewis here. I've got a long flight ahead of me. I thought I'd download a book to read. Scrolling through all these books made me realize how different stories can be. Authors have a lot of choices to make when they're drafting a story. Check it out. As authors draft their stories, they must decide when to use showing language and when they should use telling language. They both have a place in narrative writing. It's important to understand the difference so you can create the correct effect. Showing language includes words that help the reader see and hear the characters, setting, and events. Showing language puts readers in the middle of the action. Telling language includes words that give information rather than detailed pictures or images. Telling language can be descriptive or informative. Telling creates the effect of the reader being an observer. Telling gives the reader information. Check out this example, where I use telling to create the setting. On the other hand, the idea of showing is to make the reader be part of the experience. This can be accomplished with dialogue, descriptive details, and sensory language. Showing makes the reader feel present in the scene. Authors use precise language to communicate details and create sensory experiences for events, setting, and characters. Sensory language is descriptive language that appeals to the five senses: sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. When drafting a narrative, authors make choices about elements other than language and description. How to conclude a narrative is a big decision for an author. The ending of a story should provide a resolution to the story's main conflict. There are three general types of conclusions that you will see most often in narratives. A clear resolution will tie up all questions and characters neatly. Or a character gains insight or experiences, concluding with a life-changing realization. This includes reflection on the part of a character or the author. Yet, depending on the story, the author might want to end with a cliffhanger. These stories end with the outcome still unknown, but in a way that is satisfying to the reader and not confusing or frustrating. All these conclusions can be written with the use of surprise or humor. The ending can be final, or it can leave the reader wondering what might happen after the narrative ends. Whether drafting a short story or novel, authors have lots of decisions to make about language and description. And just because an author has to figure out how to conclude a narrative in the drafting phase, that doesn't mean the writing process is over. There's still more work to do. I think I've decided on this mystery novel for my flight. I heard it ends in a cliffhanger. I can read the sequel on my flight home.